Welcome to another episode of Expansion of Consciousness. I'm your host, Jason Medlock. So today we're going to have a wonderful guest on, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. And I know that I've had hundreds of coaches, spiritual advisors, meditators, meditation teachers, mindfulness teachers on the show. But guys, we all struggle with the same thing. How do we monetize our content? How do we protect our content when we write our books, when we sell them on Amazon? We typically don't get enough of the fair share. And that's why it was so important when I bring on our next guest that I bring him on the show when I encountered Jonathan Gans. But I want to introduce Jonathan. He's a visionary leader in the digital product space, and he's the co-founder and CEO of Kahana. With over 2 decades of diverse experience ranging from business consulting to technology and content security leadership, Jonathan has been instrumental in shaping innovative solutions in the creator economy. And guys, we're all creators and we're all looking for a way to monetize our creations, monetize our classes, monetize our courses, monetize our books. But the traditional way is spending so much money monthly has sort of soured the taste. But at Kahana, Jonathan focuses on empowering creators to monetize their knowledge through this secure digital platform, ensuring they can build sustainable livelihoods without compromising the integrity of their content. His deep commitment to facilitating accessible and secure digital commerce for creators has positioned Kahana as a key player in transforming how knowledge is packaged and solid in the digital age. And I mean sold in the digital age. We're going to bring in Jonathan Gans, and I was excited that he decided to come on. I think that all of us who are out here in the creator game, who are actually monetizing our products, should have a choice on how we position our products, what platform we're using, and what makes more sense for us. Now we're going to bring in Jonathan. Hey there, Jonathan. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing? Thanks so much for the warm introduction. I appreciate it.
Awesome. I'm glad you came on. You and I had several conversations. I've been fascinated with the Kahana platform, and once I understood it, I saw instantly that I can make more here than on Amazon without all the flash and and the huge competition of the platform that's taking nothing away from Amazon. But there are alternatives out there for people to monetize more than just books, more than just different products. So I just want you to come on today and just kind of talk about the way you guys started this whole thing and how did it transform itself into what it is today.
Yeah, I would love to kind of dive into the whole backstory. So when my co-founder and I started the platform in 2019, our mission was pretty straightforward, which was to empower creators. We just felt that society as a whole really disrespected creators, and we wanted to build something that could empower them to live better lives. And so the first pain point we actually looked at was not in the digital product space, not monetizing content, but the first thing that we saw and that we noticed ourselves was around when you're trying to actually create long form content, if you're trying to create things that are based in research and you have all these resources and reference you have to manage, that it can be extremely difficult to manage all of your stuff in one place. We have like a million tabs open, PDFs flying around, Word docs, etc. And then you're spending more time trying to, organize all of that than you are creating content from it. And so that was the very original purpose. And then as we started putting out the platform into the world and getting feedback, one of the points that we kept hearing was, oh, well, now that I have all this great stuff in one place, can I charge for access to it? And that really caused us to take a closer look at, how the creator economy in the world as a whole was shifting, where you had more and more people leaving their 9-to-5 jobs or feeling a lack of security about their jobs, or people just trying to create side hustles, have passive income on the side, and just seeing this huge movement of people focusing on trying to monetize outside of traditional 9 to 5 jobs. And with the job market being up in the air, and that movement, we decided that it made sense to shift our focus toward helping creators monetize their knowledge. And when we did that, we noticed that there was this huge gap in the market of, essentially, you either for the free or accessible, affordable platforms, the security for selling those digital products is terrible, where you're leaving people completely vulnerable, because it's so easy for once, and we can definitely dive into that, but once I pay for access to your stuff, I can then just take it and go resell it or redistribute it, and then you're really hurting the creator. Or you have other platforms upstream that are a lot more expensive, that do have the security, but then they're just not very accessible, because you're essentially having to invest so much upfront that you're stuck in the red. And so we saw an opportunity to really focus on becoming a simple, affordable, and secure way for creators to monetize their knowledge and sell digital products.
Well, I can see, I mean, I can see the clear forward strategy, just understanding the foundational challenges in the creator economy. And that's crucial for the audience, for people who are, trying to figure out how to monetize their content. And many of whom are creators and who are looking for different alternatives. I just think that's fabulous. But I want to ask you, how does Kahana ensure the security of digital products? And why is this a crucial feature for your platform?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. So there's definitely various layers that we're attacking from a security standpoint. So the first one was the fact that on a lot of platforms that exist, where you can sell your content and monetize your knowledge, the delivery mechanism is just simply giving the customer the ability to directly download the file, which is just that's crazy to us. It really frustrates us, and we've seen other folks get very frustrated by that, because then, yeah, like I touched on earlier, it's basically then, once I download it, there's nothing stopping me from either posting it on social media, sharing it with friends and family, or reselling it under my own name, all of which happens all the time. It's literally, I call it the phantom menace, because you can't actually track that it's happening, but it's happening so frequently. And on top of that, it's way worse than, say, shop. I always use the shoplifting analogy, right? If shoplifting happens, the damage is simply the article of clothing or the product that you take with you out of the store. That sale is lost. But for digital products, it's endless damage, because if I share it once, I can share it with 15 people. So now that's 15 missed sales opportunities. I can share it with 100. Every single time someone sees it, it's a missed opportunity. And so the first kind of core thing that we focus on is, okay, how can we put up barriers to prevent that? So when you pay for access through our platform, you can't download the products, that you can't download the files that are in there. You can't copy paste text if it's a PDF file. And if you try to share the link to it with someone else, that person would see a paywall, because it knows that you've paid and that they haven't. So that's kind of the first core set of features that we built out, that already just make it a lot less convenient to steal products, right? Because that's really a big issue too, is that it's so easy. It's so frictionless, and that there's no barrier on those platforms where you can just download the product. So that was step one. Step two is, now we're working on the more complex features, like screen recording and screen capture protection, and then device limitation, so that we can limit password sharing, and those types of security features that we're focusing on now. To basically, the goal is to essentially just put up, going back to shoplifting, as many barriers as possible to prevent it from happening. Where shoplifting, right, it still happens.
Yes.
But it just happens a lot less, because of the anti-theft equipment that's used: security guards, cameras, tags on the clothes, the monitors at the front of the store. All of those things are barriers that prevent the stealing from happening. And so that's essentially what we want to do for digital products, is just make it harder and harder to the point that the vast majority of people aren't able to do it.
Yeah, it's just like running a restaurant. You have your food costs, you have your labor costs, then you have your advertising and utilities, and then you have that line item for theft because theft would happen in the restaurant, but instead of 10%, take it down to 3%. So I totally understand what you're saying right there. And I asked those questions about the security because it's paramount, especially in the digital age. And especially for creators like me and others who are listening, whose livelihood depend on their content. And I'm happy that your approach to protecting intellectual property is both innovative and it's essential to the guys out here in the community.
Yeah, it really is so important, and that I love the restaurant analogy. That's a great comparison. That's exactly right. Is trying to just lower that percentage as much as possible and make it as inconvenient as possible to prevent, or make it as inconvenient as possible to steal those products. But yeah, that's exactly right. Where it's when I mean, you could look up, just if you Google stolen digital products, you'll see on Quora, Reddit, all these different forums, these horror stories of people or talking about losing their products, and seeing people steal their products and reselling them on a different site or even on the same site, and being so disheartened that existing platforms aren't doing anything to protect it. And it really frustrates us too. And we just want to, we want to elevate the bar of their I mean, really, my goal is to, at least in the short term, kind of get rid of the term digital download. I think just should no longer exist, because I don't think you should. Obviously, there's certain things. So maybe workbooks or templates that you fill out. That's one thing. But a digital download, when you call it a digital download for an ebook or a course like that, that shouldn't exist, because the letting people download is the whole issue in the first place, because then there's just nothing stopping them from seeing it.
Wow, awesome. Okay, now I want to know because this is what sort of drew me to the platform. My question is, how the Kahana's collaborative features that you have, how does that enhance how creators and experts monetize their knowledge? And one of the things that I recently found out just by doing my research on you guys, what are some of the top resources also to monetize your knowledge?
Yeah, great question. So yeah, from the collaborative perspective, that was something that was always very important to us to build out, and that was actually kind of a benefit of when we were solving the initial pain point around creating long form content. Collaboration was always a part of that, and so then when we shifted the focus to helping creators monetize, the collaborative foundation was already there, and so it's built, and it was built out, and so yeah, it essentially allows anyone to collaborate both in real time and asynchronously to essentially, so we call products in the platform Kahana hubs. So it basically allows it's very flexible, where you can have it be anything that you want. You can have it be just, a single PDF, an ebook. You can have it be a single module for a course. You could have it be a multimedia package of PDFs, audio, video files. You can throw in links and embed Google Sheets, Docs, Notion databases, et cetera, all of those sorts of things. But it's a very just flexible unit. And the way I like to think of it is it's a repository of knowledge. And so that's what the collaboration essentially allows you to build out those repositories together. So if you wanted to, if we wanted to collaborate, you could invite me to your hub, and then we can both just be adding in our own content and making something that's more valuable because it's coming from the brains and resources of the two of us versus just one of us. And so that was something that, was really important to us.
So what about the top resources? Are there, so to speak, are there any top resources to monetize your knowledge that you can share?
Yeah, in terms of top resources in terms of just different, like specifically on our platform, or just in general?
Just in general, I was reading about Google Drive, looking inside your Google Drive folder. You were talking about on the site some other platforms where you have information stored and it's just sitting there.
Oh, gotcha.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, I was speaking, from that standpoint. Share with the audience how they have information just lying around in different spots. They can be monetized on Kahana.
Yeah, no, that's a terrific question. Yeah, that is definitely something we're very passionate about helping folks as well. As it's really twofold. There's of course selling it securely, but then the aspect of helping someone get from 0 to 1 to just have a product that they can sell in the first place, because it can be very difficult to make, to just build a course from scratch or to create an ebook from scratch. And so something that to your point around, looking at your Google Drive, something that we recommend is really just sitting with, basically spending, let's say you spend an hour just thinking through, okay, what topics do I know a lot about, right? And just kind of list them off, and then go in and think through, okay, which of these topics that I know a lot about am I actually passionate about? Am I actually excited about? Because it's of course a lot easier to commit to building a product when it's something that you're excited about. So then once you have those topics, yeah, just start going through the folders on your computer, going through your Dropbox, your Google Drive, wherever you're storing your folder, you're storing your files, notes that you have on your phone or your computer, just previous pieces of content you've written or drafts, because the chances are there's stuff that's in there that can be a good starting point that you can kind of just start, tossing in and having that be the first version of your product. Because someone who does a phenomenal job coaching creators on how to build digital products is Justin Welsh. He's has a very large LinkedIn audience, but he does such a great job of explaining, and this is something I definitely believe in as well, the fact that it's all about, looking back at someone who was in your shoes even 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, in any particular field or topic or skill. Because if there's a very high chance that they want to get to where you are currently. You don't have to be this absolute expert. You just have to be, 6 months ahead of someone else who you want to help. And if you can build a product that can help that person, there are plenty of other people who are in that same position. And so basically it's about, curating the knowledge that you have from these from these other places. And if you don't have that stuff laying around on your devices, the chances are where it's sitting is in your head. And so a way to really extract that out and have, I saw a tweet about this recently, and I'm a huge fan of it, and very, very believe in it myself, is the ability to, or that the fastest thing you can do to just have something right away, have someone interview you on a topic. Once you pick that topic, have someone interview you and who wants to learn about that topic, and record it. And then that's your first course. It doesn't need to be this kind of fancy, all these different modules that you have, which of course over time you can build that out for sure. But to just get from 0 to 1, literally having someone interview you on the topic. And because first of all, it's a lot easier to have a conversation versus kind of just staring into a blank camera and trying to record yourself talking about it without the conversation. It's just a lot less natural. So if you're talking to someone, chances are they're going to be asking you questions that other people want to know about too, that they of course want to know, and then you can just elaborate, and it kind of just free flows through the conversation. And we've actually done that with several folks, and it's been pretty awesome to see all of the insights that come out. And then you can just take that, record, put it into, and then toss that video into a hub, and then now you have a product that you can start selling. And you can also take the transcript and turn it into ebooks and do all sorts of fun things with it. But just really, we're huge proponents of just, if you don't have a product, just doing something very, very straightforward like that doesn't have to be fancy. It's just, that gets the job done, that shares the information, and you'll be surprised, how many people could find that valuable.
Wow, man. And that's invaluable information. But let's not forget about, collaboration on the platform. It's a very powerful tool in content creation. And it's fascinating how Kahana really facilitates and enhances that process, potentially changing how creators work together.
Yeah, the collaborative element is something we're super excited about, and we definitely want to build out. So right now you can. So right now the way monetization works is that each that when you connect to you connect through Stripe. So we're integrated with Stripe, and you connect to Stripe, and then that's how you process payments. And so right now it's one account per hub, the owner of the hub. But so if you want to collaborate with someone and you're kind of doing it together, you can invite them, and then you can manually split the payouts, or split the rewards, however much you're making. But we will eventually build out a feature where that's done automatically, where you can basically just say, hey, I'm in, first of all, and gonna invite two other people to the hub. We're going to do the work evenly, and then we'll split the profits three ways. So you kind of put in 33, 33, 33. Or if one person is doing the heavy lifting, and the couple other folks are mainly doing designs or light tweaks, you could do 50, 25, 25. It really depends on how you want to do it, but just enabling that flexibility is something.
And I'm not sure if you're able to do this yet, Jonathan, but do you know the impact, or have you guys done the research on the impact that Kahana has had on the creator economy, like particularly in empowering creators to achieve financial independence?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're definitely early on in our journey in terms of being able to gather the specific data around that. But I mean, the numbers are certainly undeniable in the industry as a whole. Your ability to gain, to gain solid streams passive passive income through courses, through ebooks, through digital products. There are so many examples of people building 5, 6, even 7-figure income streams from that. And
Hmm.
and really the key though is just, you have to, in order to get to that point, you have to get your first sale, get your first $100, get your first $1,000, etc., and building up. And one of the most successful folks on our platform, she created essentially a do-it-yourself Pinterest marketing kit that she was able to that she integrated seamlessly onto her website. So she's a Pinterest marketing coach, and she owns an agency where basically the two services that she had provided are essentially either kind of hand-holding coaching services to help a company set up their business Pinterest account, or just completely managed services where she's doing it where she's running the whole show herself. And so then when we met her, she was super excited about Kahana because it provided a truly passive income stream, where she basically created a do-it-yourself version of her coaching, where she recorded herself sharing the same advice, tips, and put in the same resources she uses. And then people can pay for access to it as an alternative method if they want to just implement it themselves. And she's earned 4 figures from that by integrating it onto her. She has a button and a tab on her website where she shares it, and then puts it in her link in bio. And she's earned 4 figures from that, which is super exciting. But yeah, that's definitely something that anyone can do. And as long as just of course, it's not, you can't just necessarily create the product and then just let it sit there. Like, you definitely have to do the job of marketing it and kind of putting it out there. But we definitely help you to have it. And then a part of the future of the platform too is to really build out a wide scale marketplace that does help with the marketing, where where consumers are coming to the platform to discover hubs, and your hub can be listed on there, just like where you can go to Amazon and look up different ebooks and getting sales from that. That's definitely something we want to have as well.
Well, I'm hoping, well, I don't hope, I never wish, hope, I know that, the products that I have on Kahana will eventually catch on. I know I have to do my part, but I hope to I will see myself in that particular category here pretty soon. But I want to know, how do you see the role of technology evolving in the creative economy, especially regarding content monetization?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I think that It's definitely a very exciting time because I really think that we are only scratching the surface of what the creator economy has enabled. We've started to see it really take off and seen it become more commonplace that people are able to monetize their content,
Mhm.
monetize their knowledge, not only from digital products and not only from digital products and creating courses, ebooks, guides, and knowledge based products, but also from creating brand deals and sponsorships, ads, different things like that, and creating communities. There's just a lot of different and creating merchandise as well, right? If you're able to build up a loyal audience, you can create merchandise to sell your or that you can sell, that people who are fans of your account can build out. And so technology has done a phenomenal job of enabling that, and it's definitely a fun space to be, because you're really helping, you're helping people earn from doing something that they love, which, that's really what that to me is by far the most exciting part about being in this space, is that, you're literally able to see, like, wow, this person, who is pursuing their dream and trying to become a creator, whether it's full time or, even just part time, to have more disposable income. Being able to see them actually make it, and helping them to do that is, it's just, to me at least, the coolest feeling.
Yeah, and this is for the young dookies out there, and just the young tech entrepreneurs that are looking at Kahana saying, "Wow, that's they came up with this idea." I just wanted to understand from you, what challenges did you face in the early stages of developing Kahana, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for us, in all honesty, I probably would not recommend the approach that we took to it. So my co-founder and I, who was my freshman year roommate at Duke, we kind of just said, you know what, we're young. Let's just try to try to give this our best shot, and, just make this work. We're gonna just figure it out, whatever it takes. And we left our full-time jobs, well before we had a steady stream of income from Kahana, well before we had, truly validated the original pain point we were solving. And but that's just kind of part of the process sometimes. And we just wanted to buy ourselves time and give ourselves a chance to work and get it to a point where, we could really find our niche. And so that, I think that was, the biggest challenge that had, which I think is common for entrepreneurship in general. But yeah, we had to do so much, throwing things against a wall to see what sticks, and pivoting, trying, just trying different things, focusing on different areas, and serving different types of people. And ultimately it got us to this point that we're in now, which we're super excited about. And we've really found our niche, and are focusing now on just, reaching as many creators as possible, to help them monetize, to help them, to help them on their journeys. In terms of the one of the biggest challenges was definitely getting to that point, and kind of navigating the ups and downs. And I think honestly, if you can know that ahead of time, like being able to, appreciate that it's going to probably, for any startup that you build, or any business, it's probably going to take a lot longer than you think to
Yeah.
start to find success. And if you can, and if you can appreciate that, and appreciate the journey, that there's going to be a lot of different things that change, and you're going to be challenged. You're going to hear no 100,000 times more than you hear yes. If you can know that and appreciate that beforehand, then I think it'd be a bit easier to handle it, because that's definitely something. I definitely felt like I was pretty naive going into it. And now I'm definitely a lot less naive. I've learned a lot. But it's kind of a give and take, because perhaps if I wasn't as naive, maybe I wouldn't have jumped in when I did. But I do think that that's definitely a big one, is to just brace yourself for a potentially long journey. And that comes into play whether you're building a business, or you're, starting to become a creator, and you're posting, you're posting content, sharing things, trying to grow a following, and an audience. That also can take a lot of time. And it's really the same, it's very similar high level challenges that you're facing.
I want to take a quick moment and say welcome to jasonmedlock.com. This is a wonderful, wonderful site that you can find anything you want in regards to coaching, in regards to hypnosis. The programs that we have on the site are absolutely fantastic. You can go right here, and this is where we house all of our books, Empowered by Consciousness. This is our national bestseller. Also, we have the Mental Game Plan, a comprehensive guide to mental training for athletes and coaches. And we have Unlocking Potential, strategies for success for the formerly incarcerated. And finally, the last product that we have is a Finding Freedom Within, a guide rewiring your mind while incarcerated. And check out our hypnosis programs. We have programs for anybody that's looking to better their life: sports hypnosis, quantum healing hypnosis, the world famous QHHT that is pioneered by Dolores Cannon, depression and anxiety, business success, smoking and alcohol, trauma, PTSD. We have all the programs, and you just click right here, and it takes you to our world famous Hypnos Awakening website that it goes into detail about all the hypnosis programs that I offer. And also, we have coaching programs. I have a 7-day Elevate Your Mindset intensive. And this program takes you through 7 wonderful days. And here they are right here: day 1, day 2, day 3, and so forth. And each day offers you exercises. Also, you have my voice doing live self-hypnosis sessions and visualization sessions. And I also have a more intensive program, my 12-week one-on-one mindset coaching program. It's a 3-month program, absolutely fabulous. And it builds from the 7-day boot camp, and it takes you even more deeper, helping you empower your relationships, step into your authenticity, creating a vision for success. So each week is helping you go deeper and deeper into your personal self so that you can be the best you can be. And you can book a session on this site with me and talk about these programs, talk about the hypnosis programs. Also, we have a media site. If you want me to speak, if you're looking for a speaker, you can also get information on the site about me and all of my speaking programs. And we also have a place where you can look at some of my interviews. And if you're tired of seeing me on the Expansion of Consciousness, I do a number of interviews for different podcasts out there. And I share a lot of different techniques that might not be on the site. I have a channeling course. I have a course on remote viewing. I have a course on associate remote viewing, and I have a course on galactic energy healing. So I'm certified to do all these courses and to teach them. But again, jasonmedlock.com, the home of Hypnos Awakening, the home of the Mental Game Plan, and the Mental Game Plan is designed strictly for athletes who are trying to reach peak performance. And guys, come see me, stop by. If you need any services, let me know. Thank you so much. And I wish you guys the very, very best. Awesome. Awesome. Jonathan, so in what ways does Kahana help creators not just sell their content, but also grow their brands?
Yeah, that's a great question. So definitely a big part about what we want to enable, like I mentioned, is having a marketplace where people can truly discover, where it's not just giving you a mechanism to protect your content, and not just giving you a mechanism to be able to have content, because that's definitely something we love to do too, is to actually help you create that content. Right, I mentioned with the having someone interview you. For anyone listening, if you want to, if you want help creating any type of digital product, we would be more than happy to. I'd be happy to do that type of interview with you and record it so that you can have that first course or first piece of content, or help you kind of turn that into ebooks, whatnot. So yeah, just if anyone wants to do that, please feel free to reach out. More than happy to. But beyond the protection, beyond the actually helping you get, have something stood up, we want to enable and build out that kind of Amazon for digital products, where where people are able to discover your stuff organically, who aren't necessarily in your audience, and they can kind of come to the platform and see, oh wow, this hub looks great, and seeing the ratings that people are giving it, and increasing your exposure and building a brand that way. And as time goes on, also being able to introduce people within the Kahana community and creators, creators who are really successful on a specific social media platform, or really successful with pricing or doing certain types of things, and bringing everyone together to just have more of that growth. So those are definitely initiatives we are focusing on as we continue to grow.
Yeah, I brought that up because for many creators out there, brand growth is as important as sales. So it's very interesting to see how Kahana supports both aspects. Helping creators pretty much expand their reach and their influence. So I applaud you for even thinking about that portion of it, and I feel like that's good. But I want to know, what future developments can we expect from Kahana, and how do you plan to continue to support the creator community?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. There is really so much that we do want to build out. So yeah, a big kind of high level project is that marketplace. So we released the prototype version of it, where now if you go to kahana.co/explore, you can see people's hubs that they have listed, and discover them. But we really want to build that out into just a truly robust marketplace, where where you can see people's ratings, you can see, things are suggested to you based on your preferences. You're able to, be and to have affiliates for your product. You're able to, invite people to collaborate and split payments automatically, and basically just having a truly thriving ecosystem, where people can both discover, consume, and create content, and just have that be a great network and an ecosystem of knowledge sharing. That's a huge aspect of what we want to build out. And then also, more tools around helping to actually create the products that you're ultimately selling, because there really isn't much out there that actually helps you. There's stuff that allows you to list it and sell it, but then the actual creation of it is something that, like I mentioned, we want to help with. So tools around that area, and then and also building out some exciting rewards and things that kind of keep you motivated and excited to be creating content, and making it really feel like a video game, which is, to just make it fun for everyone, and keep people motivated and excited. Those are definitely a few of the different things that we want to build out. And then on top of, for more features around security, like the screen recording protection, and
Mhm.
device limitation, those types of things. And also just, continuing to make the buyer experience and the selling experience more robust and dynamic, and making it, as easy as easy and enjoyable as possible for both the creators and the consumers.
Yeah, I host my websites on Wix, and one thing Wix is really good at is when you log in and that red dot pops up and you look in there, it gives you all the updates on what they're doing different to the platform and how they're providing more innovation. So understanding Kahana's roadmap really can give creators something to look forward to, and also ways they might benefit. So I applaud you for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely a huge fan of Wix myself. It's a really great platform, and that is a, really really cool feature to, be able to consistently, update on what's changing, and that's something we want to do as well.
Yeah. So, with Jonathan, how do you guys at Kahana handle the diverse needs of creators from different industries, such as education, fitness, or the arts?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, because that's one of the beautiful things about the creator economy, is that there isn't a specific industry, right? It applies to every single industry. There are
Mhm.
creators, there are people with knowledge everywhere. And when you look at solving the specific problems, I think there's a couple of ways to look at it. I think one of the good ways is, looking at the phase of the life where a creator is in,
Right.
regardless of their industry, right? So at this point, we're definitely focused on creators who whether they have currently have a digital product or want to create a digital product to incorporate into their portfolio as a creator. So, which we kind of call, knowledge, loosely calling it a knowledge-based creator, but that's part of the thing, right? Is that you can be in different niches and different spaces and also have a digital product. So it's really basically just, I think a digital product creator is a better term. It's basically whether you have one or whether you want to build one in the near future or at some point as a creator. And then so that's one thing. And then looking at the specific phase where they are. So did you just start your content creation journey? Do you have 50,000 followers and have that audience going, but now you're looking to incorporate digital products? And it really just that I think is the key, is focusing on what phase of your creator life cycle you're at, because regardless of what industry you're in, the phase you are in probably matters the most in terms of the common pain points that you're running into.
Yeah. And we all have those pain points. And I guess it's good to work through those things. And I guess it rolls into my next question, Jonathan. What kind of advice would you give to creators who are hesitant to digitize and monetize their knowledge due to fears? And as a matter of fact, fears of content theft.
Yeah, that's an awesome question. I think that at the end of the day, the downside is, I don't want to say zero, but it's virtually zero, in the sense that, I don't think that the fear of theft should preclude you from selling your stuff, especially with now. I understand, a couple years ago, but now that a platform like Kahana exists where you can do it, very simply, affordably, and securely, where you sell your stuff and list it. And like I said, right, there are always going to be people who try to go out of their way to steal it, and will somehow find a way to get it done. But that happens in every single industry, and that happens like you said, I mentioned shoplifting in retail. You mentioned with restaurants how they have the line item for theft. No matter what you're doing, theft is always going to be a problem. So you can't let that paralyze you into inaction. That it's definitely important to, because right, making some money is better than making no money, right? And so you want to, and so it's always better to put something out there, even if it somehow gets stolen. You'll still at least make some, you can at least make some money from doing that. And yeah, my general advice is it's to just focus one step at a time. It's very easy to look at someone who has thousands of or hundreds of thousands of followers, or who has made consistently 5-figure, 6-figure months, and who are just making so much from their digital products or from their sponsorships or their merchandise or whatever it is that they are monetizing from, and say, oh, how do I get to that? Every single one of those creators started from nothing. They didn't have any, they started from zero audience. They started from zero sales. They had, they literally just picked up their phone or picked up their computer and started making content. And so everyone starts somewhere. And so it's really just focusing on doing the first, I'm going to create my first video, my first 5 videos, my first, 5 posts, and building, and just building from there, and focusing on, building that audience first. I think that's the other thing, is really figure out what your niche is, lean into your uniqueness, and then just start focusing on building the audience, because if you're able to do that, the sales will eventually follow.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm out here in this creator world, and you are too, and it's a common concern, theft, amongst all the creators. And that's what really led me to you. I was concerned about people copying, my ebooks or my audio files, my video courses. But, after speaking with you, after signing up, and then speaking with you and your expert advice on navigating these waters, for me, it became a great comfort. and just the strategic guidance that you gave me. I'm just very, very grateful for it.
Oh, I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, I was so excited to have the chance to meet you and talk to you a bunch. And thank you, yeah, for having me on the show now. And it's really cool to see that, it's resonated with you. And yeah, I hope that it continues to resonate with folks just like you, and as many creators as possible, to, to empower. Really, it goes back to what we wanted to do at the very beginning. Is very much still holds true today. We want to empower creators. And yeah, we were just so frustrated that all of these of accessible platforms just don't really care about security, don't address it. So we really wanted to make sure that we do that, and to really just elevate the bar of the creator economy as a whole, where that is much more talked about, focused on, addressed. And yeah, so definitely, if that is something that you are worried about, would love to chat with you, and and help you assuage that concern, and just start putting your stuff out there.
Now, this is the great part of the show with all the coaches and creators that come on here. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with this function on your end, but you can actually show your website, and then I'll pop it up for you. But I want to talk about the website now. I want to talk about your services and what you offer and how people can join, and all the cool things that's going on the website at Kahana. And if you can't do it from your side, that's cool. But let's get this information out to the people, the web address, all this stuff, Jonathan.
Yeah, sure. I'd be happy. I can just share my screen and
Yeah, you can share it, and I'll pop it in right here. There's a feature on your side of StreamYard where you can share it, and then it'll pop up, and then I'll pop it up for you.
Awesome.
But while you're doing that, guys, I've been able to upload my 7-day mindset boot camp to Kahana. I've been able to upload all of my hypnosis audio, self-hypnosis audio, and all of my sports hypnosis audio. I've also been able to upload all of my ebooks. And I'm working on getting Empowered by Consciousness, my best-selling book, up. I'll be working on that in a few more days, but those are some of the exciting things that Kahana has allowed me to do. And yes, I'm on Amazon. But however, I can monetize my very own work and make much more money on platforms like Kahana. But I'm gonna give you the floor right now, Jonathan.
Awesome. Yeah. And so as you've been sharing that, I was just kind of slowly scrolling through. But yeah, I can kind of pause here. So the purpose of the platform has always been to, like I mentioned at the top, really want to make it affordable and accessible. So depending on the files that you're selling, it can be completely free forever. And so the types of files you're able to upload, it's super flexible. You can upload MP4, MP3, PDF, screenshots. You can put Word docs in there. You can put links. You can embed links in there. So Google Sheets, Google Docs, Notion databases, the different things like that, and or just even articles, embed YouTube videos, all that sort of stuff. And you can do all of that. Yeah, you can do all of that for free. Basically the big thing is that our free plan has a 5 MB file size upload limit. And then if you have files that are bigger than that, like bigger ebooks or video files, then you can upgrade to our premium plan, which is just $9.99 a month or $99.99 for the full year. That also gives you unlimited hubs. But yeah, it's really, really simple to get started. You can just create an account for free, start plopping your stuff in there, and connect to Stripe and monetize. That's a big element of the platform too, is that you can, it's not, there aren't all these different bells and whistles that you have to navigate and figure out. You just literally plop your stuff in, connect to Stripe, set your price point, whether you want to make it for any hub. You can do a monthly or a one-time payment, and then you're good to go. You can just start sharing that link. And yeah, we just make it.
Well, let's look at some hubs. Let's look at some mock hubs, and how people give people a kind of a quick understanding. I don't mind if you use me. Okay, I just don't mind at all.
No, for sure. Yeah, let's do that. So I can look up. So this is kind of our prototype version of the marketplace here. So you can see I started typing in your name, and some of these hubs already come up. So I'll try to click on one that I haven't paid for, just so that people can kind of see what the what it looks like. So once it loads up, I'll share the tab. But yeah, you can kind of see here. These are some of the, while we're waiting for it to load, these are some of the different hubs. So this is a hub that one of our creators made, where it's essentially just it's a bundle of different templates. It's all PDFs, but a bundle of different email templates, tips, guides, kind of mini ebooks around how to get internships as a student. So her name's Amy. She's an awesome YouTube creator. She has actually a 4.0 at Caltech, sleeps 8 hours a day, and still has time for all her extracurricular activities and internship and research opportunities. So she's basically sharing all of her knowledge there. Kelsey is the Pinterest marketing coach that I mentioned. So this is her hub. When we can definitely click around on some of these too, but I'll go to I'll come to your hub here. So this is essentially what the experience looks like for a potential consumer. So they can kind of see in the background, what they're getting access to. They can see, oh, it's a 52-page ebook. They can see this description that you've outlined here. And yeah, there we go. And you can kind of scroll through it. It shows your name, it shows the price point, and then you can just, you can hit this checkout button. If you don't have an account, you would create a free one. I'm already logged in, so for me, it would just take me to this page right here where I can put in my info, and then I'm able to access the hub. And
yeah,
like
you don't have to put the info in. We don't want people getting your stuff.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just wanted to show, what that experience is. And so, yeah, so like I said, you can upload. So you chose to have each hub be its own singular product, right? Where it's the one ebook, whether it's the PDF file or the audio file that you're sharing, which makes a lot of sense. And then I can also show you. I'll show some of the other hubs that I was just mentioning, where it's kind of either a bundle or a combination, just to give people a flavor for what you can do. But really, yeah, that is the beauty of the platform, is it's totally up to you and customizable.
Awesome.
And I just realized that I helped Amy build out her hub, so I'm in admin, so I'll throw it in an incognito window so people can see the paywall instead.
Okay.
So here we go. So yeah, so this is an example of what Amy did here, where you can kind of see she has, she created a couple folders. So one is the guides and advice section, where each of these PDFs is basically a mini guide or ebook on those specific topics. And then she has a folder with templates and examples. So basically just all the different emails or inquiries that she has used as a part of her process.
Awesome. That is totally awesome, man. Wow. This has been great. Do you have any last words that you want to say to the audience, about Kahana, or just for the content creators out there? Any last words that you'd like to share?
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of things. So one is, like I mentioned earlier, I'm completely serious about this. If you want help, if you need help creating a product and something that you can list on your website, please feel free to reach out. Whether hit me up on LinkedIn, or my email is jonathan@kahana.co. Feel free to reach out if you want to hop on a Zoom, and we can, whether you need help actually choosing your topic, we can talk through that, or creating the content itself. More than happy to do that. That's something we're all about. So just let me know, let us know. Or if you have a product that you want to sell more securely, feel free to sign up, create a free account, and get started. And then otherwise, yeah, just I know that being a creator can be extremely challenging, and so just want to applaud all of your efforts. We're really excited for all of you, and anything that we can do to support you, more than happy to. So feel free to reach out.
Awesome. Thank you, Jonathan. I'm going to go ahead and move you to the back. Give me 1 second while I close this thing out. Just hold on for 1 second, and thank you for being a part of coming on the expansion of consciousness. We really appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me on. Awesome conversation, and I really appreciate you.
Cool. 1 second. All right, guys. What a great opportunity. Let me just get out. Okay, let me just put this right here. Wait a minute. There we go. Okay, we got it back down to normal. Wow, Jonathan Gans, he's outstanding. We gained a deeper understanding of Kahana's pivotal role in the creator economy and the valuable insights to how creators can more securely and effectively monetize their work. And that's what I was looking for. Outside of the Amazons of the world, I wanted another platform that would protect my work, the work that I want to monetize. I have a number of courses, but first off, where do I sell them at? I don't want to pay Kajabi $250 a month or $150 a month to be on Kajabi or Katara, all these other platforms. But Kahana has been that for me. And for anyone looking to explore the possibilities of digital content creation, listen to Jonathan's insight. They provide a strong foundation for taking those first steps into a more secure and profitable future. Join us the next time on the expansion of consciousness as we continue to explore groundbreaking ideas and innovative solutions in the digital age, and as well as coaching and spirituality. And I want to leave you with the last 3 words. And also understand that the information on how to sign up with Kahana will be in the show notes. And there's an affiliate program that Expansion of Consciousness is a part of. The link will be in the show notes as well. So if you want to sign up right after you watch this, just go into your show notes, scroll down and click that link, and you'll be able to sign up with your products. And all the people who've ever been on the Expansion of Consciousness, all the coaches or the potential coaches or creators, take a look at this platform. It is awesome. And I want to leave you with these last 3 words that we always use: trust, relax, and discover. Thank you so much. Good night, and we'll see you guys soon.